Assalamu alaikum, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we will study elements and compounds, and the topic which we will study of this chapter is atoms. Have you heard this word atom before? No, no worries at all. We will tell you. Okay. Have you ever wondered what is this wall made of? Okay. Have you ever wondered what is this necklace made of? This wall is made of bricks. Definitely. This necklace is made of beads. This paper is made of. Have you ever wondered what is this paper made of? And what is this lead made of? Everything around us, whether living or non-living things, all are matter, and matter is made of atoms. Let me take you to a journey. Okay. Can you see elements and compounds? Elements and compounds is the name of the chapter, and we will study about atoms. Everything is made of atoms. Let me show you a proof. Quran is saying that, in Quran, Allah Ta'ala is saying that Allah is the knower of the unseen, not absent from him is an atom's weight within the heavens or within the earth, or smaller than that, or greater, except that it is in a clear register. So, Quran is also telling that everything is made of atom, and Allah knows things bigger than atom, as well as Allah knows the things which are smaller than atoms. So this ayah is telling us not only about the universe structure, building material, it is also telling us about the structure of this thing, tiny thing. Okay, do you know how many types of atoms are found in this whole universe? You'll be thinking billions and trillions, countless. No, no, no. Only 118 elements are found, and only 118 types of atoms are found in this universe who are making this whole atom. And you'll be thinking, अगर सिर्फ 118 एलिमेंट्स हैं या टाइप ऑफ एटम्स हैं तो सिर्फ 118 चीजें होनी चाहिए थी, बट वी हैव काउंटलेस थिंग्स because these tiny balls, atoms, combine with each other, and their combinations are the product of you, me, this board, this wall, and everything around us. So let's start our objectives today. We will study what are atoms. We will study how do we know that atoms exist, and we will study today what is the structure of atom. Okay, this is our next slide. These are the periodic tables, these are the atoms. We have studied the revelation. What are atoms? How do we know atoms exist? And what is the structure of atom? Now, I'm going to take you from the beginning. We are at a journey, you remember? We are at a journey to know what is this everything made of. We are at the start. How long is the start? 14 billion years ago. Okay. 14 billion years ago, energy, matter, space, time, and everything came into existence by a big bang. It was a big bang. It was a big collision. After 500,000 years of their appearance, energy and matter started to coalesce into complex structures called atoms. Can you see these balls? These are atoms, okay? Okay. I want to show you this universe as well, so I'm going to remove the search bar. Okay, this whole universe is made of these combination of matter and energy. These are atoms, okay? These atoms then combine to molecules to form new substances that we can see around us. Now, who is this person? How do we know the things which were here 14 billion years ago? Yes, 2000 years ago, there was a genius Greek philosopher. His name is Democritus. See, 400 BC. He proposed first, he took first the name of atom. He said simply that if you want to know what is this thing made of, break it. This will tell you it is made of beads. In the In the same way, when you want to know what is matter made of, you will break it. There will be a particle at the end which will not further be broken down, and that indestructible particle is atom. So he gave this particle name atom, which means uncuttable. Okay, what happened next? There was an Arabic alchemist who was searching how to convert non-precious metal into gold. He has discovered many processes like purification, etc. He discovered sulfuric acid, nitric acid, and citric acid. He observed that after purification of these three things he named pure substances, which were compounds. He said that these are compounds or pure substances and they appear to be consistent. So when he is telling you all this after 1100 years ago, atoms name was used by Democritus, and Jabir bin Hayyan has told us about elements. So do you all know, Jabir bin Hayyan has told us about compounds, pure substances, okay, which are consistent in their property. Here there is a couple. This is the wife, Marian, and this is the man, Antonio Lavoisier. They both keep on working on Jabir bin Hayyan chemicals, and they discovered that when after 1,000 years of Jabir bin Hayyan work, that whatever Jabir bin Hayyan has made, like acetic acid or other acids, they further do their experiments on that, and they saw that, for example, they took water and then they did some experiments. They found out that water is made of two things, hydrogen and oxygen. These were two gases, and these gases were pure, consistent, and no matter how hard they devised things to break them again, they could not. So the idea of Democritus clicked them again, and they said that hydrogen and oxygen are elements. So pure substance, that all atoms are of same type, or any pure substance that cannot be further split into any other thing, that pure substance is called element. So the idea of elements came from Antonio Lavoisier and his wife Marian. Okay, and they discovered two elements as well, hydrogen and oxygen. Then after that, many scientists were discovering many elements. They keep on working on the compounds and broke down them into simpler substances, and they discovered many elements which we have seen in the periodic table. Do you remember that table which was having 118 types of atoms displayed? Now we will move to another very good scientist. We are on the journey of history. How do we know atoms? Okay, now this was a school teacher. His name was John Dalton. He kept on doing the experiments, but he has seen something. He has seen that whenever any reaction was going on, there was a number pattern. He observed and observed his all observations, and he wrote his findings in a book of 560 pages, and he named his book Chemical Philosophy and drew some diagrams as well. And he said that elements are made of tiny invisible units that can be considered as heart sphere. Can you see? He's imagining, and these are the heart spheres. Okay, move on. Now we will move. I will move my screen here so that I can tell you what happened after that. Oh my God. Welcome. Okay, so blackboard. Now we know that everything around us is made of one tiny particle that cannot be broken down further. That uncuttable particle is atom, according to Democritus, and it's a heart sphere. This model was put forward by Dalton 1800. So this model is called blackboard model. After 100 years, a scientist came, and he has discovered electrons, negatively charged particles from atom. He put forward another model. See, आप देखो, मैं आपको उस जर्नी पे लेके जा रही हूँ जिससे हमने सोचा, और हम तमाम इंसानों ने मिलकर नई से नई खोज लगाई, और नए से नई जो हमें समझ आता गया हम उसको रिकॉर्ड करते गए, और वो रिकॉर्ड मैं आपको सुना रही हूँ. ठीक है, अब this hard sphere is further broken down into smaller pieces. अभी तो हमने बोला that atom is uncuttable, but now this scientist has divided into more, and that negative particle he named electrons. Okay, and he said that these are negatively charged particles, and they are just like, this is just like chocolate chip. The chocolate chip are electrons, and the positive charge is here, all the cookie. He named his ball, his atom theory, plum pudding ball. After 7 years, another scientist came and told that, wait, not the whole ball has positive charge. These negative charge particles are moving around, are revolving around, and the whole positive charge is residing in the small center. He named it as nucleus. Okay, this model is called nucleated model. Now, the atom ball is broken into electron by Thomson, and now this is further broken into nucleus and electrons. Okay, now after that, this model was having some problem. So KB, if electron is moving constantly, then why not it fell down in the nucleus at some moment? So इस flaw को खत्म करने के लिए Niels Bohr came. After 2 years, he put forward his model, and he said that no, wait, electrons are not always revolving. They are actually in fixed circular orbits around the nucleus. Okay, and he named his model as planetary model or Niels Bohr model. Okay, but he said that most of the atom is empty, and these electron orbits are around the nucleus, and the nucleus is very small. This further was defined by electron cloud model, and this was forwarded by Erwin Schrödinger. Let me show you his name. Okay, he said that, okay, we get it. All the positive charges in the nucleus, and nucleus is very small, but this nucleus is covered by electron cloud. And why he named it a cloud? Because the electrons occupy the region, and they are whizzing, and their the possibility to find them in that cloud is maximum, and they are covering it wholly, and they are very fast. They are very fast. That's why they make this appearance cloud, and the name was called electron cloud. Now we'll move forward. So our journey is like that. Do you all agree? Will you help me? Democritus 2000 years ago told that everything is made of atoms, which is indivisible. Dalton said, yes, he's right. He is absolutely right. Atom is hard sphere. But Thomson told, wait, it has subatomic particle, electrons, negatively charged, and it has positive charge that is all around mashed up in a plum pudding. But Rutherford told, no, all the positive charge is centered in the nucleus, and electrons are outside revolving. Bohr said, wait, electrons are in a fixed energy level. The first level is called first orbit, second is second orbit, third level is called third orbit. Okay, but now we know after Erwin Schrödinger that electrons are covering whole nucleus and making a cloud that is called electron cloud model. Okay, I want to tell you that in nucleus there is another particle that is neutral, and that particle has equal mass like proton. Proton is positively charged, na? And neutron, that was discovered by Chadwick, is neutral. So he named it neutral particle, neutron. Okay, now we'll move on. Our next question is, can we see atoms? Atoms are very small. Can we see them? Yes, we can see. There is scanning tunneling microscope, which was invented in 1981 by two scientists. Their names are Gerd Benning and Heinrich Rohr. This is the image. This is the microscope that can tell what is the surface of this plastic material made of. What is the surface of this pencil, graphite? What type of atoms are there, and what is the shape? So the pictures of atoms can be seen by scanning tunneling microscope, that is called STM. Okay. So we will move next. Now I've told you that there's a microscope too that can show you what that can show you atoms. Now let's move with visual video how a tiny hair is made of atoms. You want to see atoms with me? So let's move. One hair. Oh, you know that it's what its thickness is. How thick is a hair? They will tell you a hair is 100 micrometers. 10 is to the minus 6 times. These are the cells of hair. Okay, 10 micrometers. These cells have microfibers. है सेल में छोटे छोटे धागे होते हैं microfibers. These microfibers have microfibers. These microfibers are made of further microfibers. These filaments are microfibers. 2.8 nanometer. Nanometer means cellular level. Can you see DNA particle? You will see now atoms. These are atoms. Nanometers, picometers. Now they are picometers. Okay. So there is a technology which works on this level that is called nanotechnology. This is the these are the moments. There possibility of finding electrons are making cloud. Yes. This is nucleus. This is nucleus and it has two particles. Red color is positive charge, and white color is neutral. Okay, that's it. I want to remove it here. These are protons and neutrons. The red particles are protons and these are neutrons. So I want to show you one thing more. Nanotechnology is the branch of technology that deals with the dimensions of less than 100 nanometers, especially of individual atoms and molecules. So we can even work at the level of atoms, and this technology is very expensive as well as very can be beneficial as well as harmful. Now we will move to our topic again. What is an atom? You know now. We have studied all the history 14 billion years ago, and now we can tell that yes, everything is made of atom. An atom is a tiny particle that is the basic unit of matter. Okay, here is example of apple. Apple is a plant product, that's why I have made plant cells. All cells are made of atoms. So an atom, the building block of all matter. Now here we have taken water. Water has atoms, and water atoms are of two types. Two hydrogen atom and one oxygen atom. Here I want to tell you one thing. Water is compound, and this carbon is the lead pencil lead, which is, sorry to say, it should not be said lead pencil or lead. This is carbon black. If you see these are carbon atoms. This black border is actually many carbon atoms, and they all are same. If anything, any pure substance is made of that atoms which are same, which are not different, then that thing is called element. This carbon is element. But if we take, according to Antonio Lavoisier and Marianne, this pure thing, water, is that thing that can be split into two gases, oxygen and hydrogen. So if any pure substance that is made of two or more different types of atoms, then that thing will be called compound. Okay, now water is made of oxygen atom and hydrogen atom, and if you see just one atom, it is made of subatomic particles, proton, neutron and electrons. There are three subatomic particles: protons, neutrons, electrons. You may well know who was discovered by whom. Now, what is the summary of nucleus? The nucleus is a dense area at the center of the atom. It has protons and neutrons. Neutrons are neutral and protons are positively charged particles. We show the charge as +1. Neutral, we show the charge as 0. And electrons, we show the charge as -1. Okay? See, electron is saying, I've got -1 marks. Very bad. Okay, that's why he's angry. Okay? This is just illusion. You know, electron is very small. Okay? And it can't make faces. Okay. Now, This is electron cloud model. Okay, now this nucleus is held together with nuclear energy. This is very important. At this point, I want to tell you. You all are sitting and not asking me, teacher, all the protons are positively charged. Why they are sitting together? Why they are not repelling each other? So they are held and bind together by the force that is called nuclear binding energy. And one of the factor that is making it is this electron cloud, because electrons are around the nucleus. Because of these electrons, protons are held tightly as well. Like electrons are just pointing out their guns, suppose, and then making it to making all the protons sit together tightly. Okay, just मैं आपको सिर्फ फर्जी बात suppose करके समझाना चाह रही हूँ. Okay, this electron cloud is full of zipping electrons and forming the shape of clouds. That's why it is called electron cloud. Okay, now we will move further. You know that very well. Okay, complete the table. It's already completed for you. Location of proton is nucleus, location of neutron is nucleus, location of electron cloud. What is the mass? Proton is 1 AMU. It has mass that is called 1 AMU. Neutron has the same mass. Electron is 1800 times smaller than that. Very light. Okay, what is the charge of proton? You all know, positive. What is the charge of neutron? Neutral. What is the charge of electron? -1. That's why electron is not happy. Okay, now we will move. Today we will do this work as well. Okay, we have studied that everything is made of atoms, and there are only 118 types of atoms present in this universe. The simplest type is named as hydrogen. Do you know hydrogen is the name of the simplest element, and we have given it name as well as a name, a symbol. So whenever we are writing about hydrogen, we will just write H. Hydrogen has only one electron in its orbit and one proton. Okay, now helium, the second atom, it has two protons, two neutrons, and it has two electrons. We have given it helium name, and He, He. Achha, symbol is always like that. First letter is capital and the second letter is small. Okay, this is symbol. How we denote atom, we denote atom with a symbol, and that is hydrogen, helium, lithium, short name. Okay, lithium is the third element of the periodic table of that 118 platform, the table in which 3 electrons are there. Here you can see this is the first level in which only 2 electrons are there. This is the second level in which only 1 electron is there. So lithium has 3 electrons. See, always keep in mind the first energy level can have only 2 electrons, not more than that. If there are more electrons, then they will fill in the next level. Okay, and this is called lithium. Okay, now we will do a very quick. I will divide the whole class into 4 groups, and I'll give these index cards. They will make this atomic model, 3D models. This is lithium atom and this is hydrogen atom by the thread and by the balls. Now you have to draw atoms. I will give 2 types of index cards. This will be here. See, representation of atom hydrogen. Can you draw electron here in the atom? You can draw 1 electron here. In helium, there are 2 electrons. You can write here as well. 1 proton, in helium, 2 protons, 2 neutrons, and you can draw 2 electrons here. And in lithium, you can write 3 protons, 3 neutrons. Now, how many electrons? 3 electrons. And move on. You will complete it. This is an activity which student will perform for 5 to 8 minutes. We'll move on. This says test yourself. Students, all of you, you will take out your journals. You will write, you will ready your pages, line pages of journals. You will put date, and you will write topic in the middle. Then you will start writing TYS, okay? And then you will solve these. And you will leave the blank page because मैं आपको homework दूंगी. I will give you homework. Draw atoms of hydrogen, helium, and lithium there. Okay, now what is the first question? Groups will be there, 4 groups honge. The group who will find out the answer of these 5 questions first will be given in sentence. Okay, what is an atom? Ah, yes, you know very well. Atom is the tiny particle that is the building block, fundamental block of matter. Fundamental particle. Name three parts of an atom. Hmm. Do you remember that subatomic particle table? Don't draw that. If you want to do it's okay. But you can write proton, positively charged particles, neutrons, and then electrons. You have to write very neatly. What name is given to the center of an atom? Can I hear? All the positive, all the protons, all the positive charge is centered. Who told us this? By Ernest Rutherford in Nucleus, very good. Give two differences between hydrogen atom and a lithium atom. Yes, the difference is due to number of protons and number of electrons. Okay, you will draw them as well as you will write. What is an electron cloud? How did it get its name? Oh, it's very easy. Electron cloud is the area of atom outside the nucleus, and as electrons are very fast, they cover the whole area in the form of clouds. That's why this term came electron cloud. Now we will move to next slide. What happened? Yes, wrap up. In wrap up, we will ask some questions. We will tell you definitions, but I will give you a link as well of the next lesson. That now, yes, we know very well what are atoms. Atoms are the smallest unit of matter. What? Now we will ask by ourselves how so vast variety of these things of the whole universe, including me and all the living things, came into being. This will take us to this concept atoms combine to form molecules. Now, in the next chapter, we will study that. In the next lesson, we will study that how atoms combine to form molecules. Now, look at this board. I have ready it for you. That can we see atoms? Can you answer me? Yes. By scanning tunneling microscope. Is there any atom or element that has philosopher's stone magic? Do you remember Harry Potter movie? There was a thing substance in Harry Potter and that can give eternal life as well. So that was called philosopher's stone. Is there any element like that? You have to set this question. You have to tell me the answer in the comment box. Okay. Now, is it ethical to use nanotechnology that can work at atomic level? You know very well that nanotechnology is the technology that dimensions it up to is are up to atomic level and cellular levels. Cellular level is bigger, atomic level is far smaller than that. So nanotechnology is very advanced technology. Okay. If 99%, 99.9% of atom is empty, then why don't atom collapse? The answer of this is very easy. Nothing is empty. Nothing is empty. Okay, there is a field which you don't know right now, but the atom has an electron cloud and nucleus is in the center. It's not like that that anything is empty in atom. Okay, that's why this whole universe is also built up on that tiny particle. Okay, so how you like this lecture today? We have studied what is this universe made of, when it came into being, how matter and how matter form atoms, and how these atoms have become so wonderful creating this. And this all thing is सब कुछ किसने बनाया? अल्लाह ताला ने. So marvelous by these only 118 atoms. So if you have any question, you can write in the comment box too. Allah Hafiz.